got to see under my car for the first time in 2 years. What I decided to do was start the Airlift install. Something on the strut itself wasn't lining up. To show you a comparison of the two. Alright, we're going to do the front passenger side. We're going to take the coilover off, open everything up, take the control arm off, the upper control arm off. I'm going to grind it down to where I need to grind it down, and then we're going to put the strut back in, and then we're going to put the control arm back in, and we're going to see what's what. So, yeah, let's do it! To remove the front struts, that's essentially all you have to do. You gotta remove the bolt here so you can open this up here. Once that's done, basically you just drop this here, take the bolt. My way of doing it, put the bolt down so it's flush with the, the nut down so it's flush with the bolt. Take a hammer, bang it on here a couple times, lightly, not too hard, and it'll get loose. And then once it gets loose, just take the nut off and then this whole thing will drop. So once that's down, you can bang that out a couple times, loosen that up. The fork at the bottom there. And there you go, and then you just gotta go up top and remove the 3 nuts there, and that will slide right out essentially. So today when I'm out seeing customers and stuff, I will pick up a magnetic light that I can hang up here and shine bright, and you guys can see everything. Just gotta bear with me here. Well, of course, as I'm making the video, something goes wrong, as always. The bolt here at the top, where the ball joint is, seems to be stripped. So when I put the nut on to bang it out, to essentially loosen it up, it went right up to the top. The nut itself doesn't look like it's stripped, although it might be. No, actually, that's the nut. Yeah, so the nut itself is stripped. There's nothing left on the nut. Which means I gotta go find a new nut tonight, or today when I'm out and about. So as for now, we don't have a nut. Awesome. 15 years or so of working on cars, I've never had that happen. I've never come across a nut that's been stripped completely where the threading is smooth. Really weird. It is a 98, so it is really old. And again, I've taken this off 3 or 4 times in the past. So I know it wasn't like that before. Yeah, I don't know. Just over time, I guess it wore out. Cool, all right, let's get to it. I have to loosen up the lower fork. The coilover sits, the bottom sits into a fork, right? Loosen up the fork, you can lower it down, you can release it from the actual coilover itself. And now that the coilover is loose, I can undo the top 3 bolts and get that out of here. And then I can, I guess I'll put in the strut first. Yeah, I'll do that, and then I'll tighten up the fork again. And then I'll release the up control arm. And then I can get everything off and start grinding. Yeah, so we'll do that. Well, thank God, got it off. Measured up the bottom of the struts to make sure they're the same, because I didn't want the same problem I had in the rear happening in the front, but they are exactly the same diameter, so I got nothing to worry about as far as that goes. Thank God. I'm gonna dry fit this now. I'm gonna put it in. So if I go about there, if it goes in, it goes like this. Airline is that way. We don't really want the airline that way, do we? But we definitely don't want the airline in the front either. No. Or we can do it this way, where it pokes out that side. We're gonna have the airline, I guess, come off to the back like that. So So we have the most clearance there. It's either airline facing the front or airline facing the rear. I'm gonna go ahead and make it that's facing the rear because we seem to have the most clearance that way. Actually, we have more clearance in the front. Fuck, all right. I'll try both ways. I'll do the front, I'll do the rear, see which one works better, and then we'll kind of go from there. So I got the strut in, turned it around, so the airline is facing the back. It just seems like it makes the most logical sense. I'm gonna drill the hole for the airline. And then once I do that, I line everything up. I'm gonna trim the upper control arm, grind off what I need to grind off, and then we're gonna put everything back together and see how it fits. So got it perfect. So there's the airline there, and I got the hole for it there, so that's good. So we're gonna pull this back out. We're gonna clean up the hole from the top, clean the bottom, and then I'm gonna get to grinding off what I need to grind off on the upper control arm, which I'll do once I get the fork back on, tighten it up, and then I can remove the lower control arm, and I can take the whole thing out and grind it down and do the work. So I gotta get the fork up now to get in there, lock it in, so I can release the upper control arm. So yeah, okay, cool. Let's do that. All right. Took off the upper control arm. There she is. With this now, what I have to do is I have to grind off the sides about, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch. Here, I gotta take off, I'd say about 3/4 inch. I gotta take off the front here, about 4 inches wide, give or take. Just so you don't want that hitting the bag, because I mean, if it bottoms out and it hits the bag, it won't be long until it ruptures the bag. I'm stuck on the side of the road because I can't lift. Even lift, bro? Won't be able to lift. My bag will be ruptured. Anyways, I'll do that. I'll get that done, and then we'll put it back on the car, and then we will test the fitting and see how everything fits. Yeah. Safety first. I'm gonna do it a different way. All right, boys and girls, so there it is. You can see where I cut into it. There's the second round, a piece that I took out on top. There's the first round I took off up top. You can see that's how much I took off, so about, I want to say, just over 1/4 inch maybe. And then that's the side there. The side doesn't really require too much, because when this sits up like that, and you got the strut inside and the airbag, you don't want the airbag to travel and Well, I mean, you don't want it touching the control arm, because eventually it'll tear through the control arm. But anyways, there it is there. So we're gonna go test fit it now and see if it fits. Alright, so we're done with all the grinding and all the cutting, I think. I had to grind off the back of these knuckle spindle. Is that what that is? Fucking cars, man. If you guys can see, yeah, that right there, that flashing there. Where's it? Right there. So it came out quite a bit. They tell you to take that off as well. So I got it pretty much down to nothing. And apparently that's important too, because I mean there's a chance that that could hit the bags as well. So did that, cut the control arm, upper control arm. I'm exhausted. Now we're gonna fit everything in and see how everything fits and go from there. Just curious, is it just me, or is this everybody? I lost my my breaker bar. I spent the last 3 minutes trying to find it, 4 minutes, and I can't fucking find it. How often do you guys lose tools? Because I seem to lose them all the fucking time. I mean, I just used the pry bar, but now the pry bar has disappeared. Go figure. Oh, I know where it is. Ha, I know where it is. It just clicked. Fucking tools, man. Yo, like, start making tools with GPSs on them, man. Like, honestly, sync it to your phone or something. Ah, there it is. Hi, precious. Start making tools with GPSs in them, so we can track our tools when we lose them. Oh no, can't find the 10 mil. Where is it? Your 10 mil is right here. Oh, there it is. Hey, hi 10 mil. Fuck my life, man. So everything's bolted up, minus the ball joint nut over here. Somehow it's stripped. I put this nylock nut here, it's just for the time being. I did call Honda this morning. I ordered 2 of them just in case the other one goes when I do the other side. So they'll be in tomorrow morning. I'll go pick them up. I'll put the cast nut on this and we can, you know, get this out of the way and move on to the next one. There's the airline right there. Actually, I love the way the airline just pops out of there, man. The connector pops out and you just throw the airline in there. Now I do have the quick connects on these. So essentially I would just push in the airline and that's it. It'd be stuck in there. I don't have to worry about it scraping against anything because again, the connector pokes out. So it's awesome, man. It's perfect. Now it's just a pain in the ass of running it through the car, which sucks. We're gonna lower the car down off the hoist. I mean, lower the hoist down. Can't take the car off the hoist because I got no wheels. And that way we can get into the car itself. Try to run that line through the trunk, just temporarily now through the car. I just want to get it in there and into the engine bay. Make sure it's long enough and it fits. And if it does, then Off camera, I'll spend the time to tuck it in under where my sub wires go to, because I'm pretty sure the sub wires on the passenger side. So let's do that. Don't have a lot of clearance from the inside to run the wires because the hoist doors can't open fully. I can't fully get in there. It's not comfortable. So I'm gonna feed a wire through the front here where I ran the other wires for the subs and the ignition system and all that stuff. I'm gonna go back through there, feed a wire there, get it out the inside. I'm gonna tape up the line to it. I'm gonna pull it right back out. As you can see, that's all it is. You just tape it up, it's nice and tight. Now, really excited because I get to connect to the airline. So we're gonna run this, we're gonna put the fuse box back. When you're playing with electrical shit, make sure you disconnect the battery. You never know what can go on, especially with an old car like this. You don't want to get electrocuted. Just be careful, unplug your battery. Take precautions, guys. A lot of people these days get really lazy and don't want to take precautions, and I don't understand it. Use your brain. Be smart, don't be a retard. Ding. Anyways, this is actually going to be pretty satisfying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the camera. Boom. And there it is. There's my quick connect. Highly, highly recommend that you opt out, opt in, opt out. You go for the quick connect. Quick connect will save you a shitload of time and hassle. And it's just so simple. It's in, it's done. You want to disconnect, you basically push down on the ring and it pops right out. This is where I'm gonna end it. Went through quite a bit. So I got the 2 rears done. I got the 1 front done. I'm gonna get the other front done on my own time. Like I said, I'm really busy this week. But once I get that done, make another video, show you guys the aftermath. And then after we're done with that and we get everything torqued up, what we're gonna do is we're gonna connect this bad boy and pray to God that everything runs the way it's supposed to. There's the wiring harness for everything. So we'll get to that. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, smash that like button, and comment. I would love to hear from you guys. I'd love to hear feedback. I know we're moving a little bit slow here with the build, balancing the build with a full-time business and a family. I got a wife, I got a kid. He's 18 months old, actually just turned 18 months old. So to run all that, it's really difficult, right? I wish I could upload a video every 3 days. When I first started this project, I probably could have. There was so much that I was doing. Kind of wish I did, but better late than never, right? So thanks again, guys. Subscribe, smash that like button, comment, and I will see you guys later. Peace.